You're listening to My Grito Podcast Network, celebrating the culture of Chicanos and Latinos one story and voice at a time. Listen to more My Grito Podcast Network shows over at mygrito.net. Connect on social, on Instagram and Facebook at My Grito, the My Grito Podcast Network.
The MindBuzz, now partnered with My Grito Industries.
This podcast episode of the MindBuzz is brought to you by House of Chingazos. House of Chingazos is a Latino-owned online store that speaks to Latino culture and Latino experience. I love House of Chingazos because I like t-shirts that fit great and are comfortable to wear. I wear them on the podcast and to the carne asada. And to the carne asadas. Click the affiliate link in the show description and use promo code TheMindBuzz. That's TheMindBuzz to receive 10% off your entire purchase. The cash saved will go directly to the MindBuzz podcast to help us do what we do best, and that's bringing you more MindBuzz content. Click the link in the show description for more. The MindBuzz is powered by MindBuzz Media. MindBuzz Media is an on-site video and audio podcast production company. Have you ever thought about starting your own video and audio podcast? Or do you have an existing podcast that you want to take to the next level? MindBuzz Media brings a professional podcast studio to you. Visit mindbuzz.org for more. May 4th, Michelada Rumble in the city of Santa Anita. Check out the link for tickets. The MindBuzz will be out there under the media tent, and we will also be judging all the micheladas. Come out. May 4th, Santa Anita, Michelada Rumble. See you guys there. The MindBuzz. Let's go. Boom. What is up, MindBuzz universe? Welcome back to the MindBuzz podcast. I am your host, Gil. MindBuzz is part of the My Grito podcast network. It's me again. And behind the screen that you guys cannot see is the co-host and producer of the MindBuzz podcast, Amber. What is up?
Hey.
How you doing today?
I'm all right. Hanging in there.
We're all right. We're hanging in there tonight.
I think somebody hexed me.
Why?
I don't know. I've been sick for... Okay, wait. What did I say earlier? I said I'm not sick.
Right.
I have an infection. A bacterial infection. That
awesome.
sounds worse, huh?
Yeah, that sounds worse. Just say you're sick. Jesus Christ. I got an infection. No, that sounds bad. I have a sinus
infection. So I finally found the source of what's been making me sick.
Awesome.
So we're here to tackle it.
I'm very happy for you to say that on air.
Send prayers.
People are listening to this podcast or watching this podcast, and I'm just glad that you can share that with them.
Prayers.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers, please, for Amber.
And my nose.
For just 25 cents a day that you can...
Sponsor a new nose. Maybe I need a new nose.
Yeah, there we go. There you go. Nose job. Amber needs a nose job, ladies and gentlemen. Go to mindbuzz.org and see how you can help her get a new nose. Thank you. Without further ado, let's get into today's guest. But first, before we get into today's guest, very good friend of mine, very funny man, stand-up comedian Andy. We do have an official My Grito weekly. Amber, take it away.
Yeah. So 3LH continues their tour visiting cities such as Roseville, Fresno, Santa Maria, Ventura, Highland, and back to Los Angeles. For any of our listeners from the MindBuzz universe that happen to be in these surrounding cities, go check them out and let them know we sent you. Bad Hombres will be performing this Saturday at Boomtown Brewery in downtown LA. They perform at 4 p.m., so come check them out. Carlos Sweetwater will be performing at the Poorhouse in Oceanside on April 6th. Maria Sanchez and the Midnight Groove will be performing at Steven's Steakhouse for Soldies Night on Sunday, April 14th. Catch a dinner and a show. The Paranoias will be performing at Skyland once again this year on April 20th. Blaze, y'all. What does that mean?
Blaze it.
Oh, okay, Oscar. Inspector will be headlining this show. La Rosa Noir also has a show on 420 in Chicago. We are starting to see a theme here. Oh my God, Oscar. For more details on these shows, visit the band's Instagram account. Also, don't forget to check out the last episode of the My Grito podcast. Oscar and Gil interviewed Angie Monroy from McCharmleys. The next episode will release this Friday, March 29th, with comedian Jerry Garcia. I'm not going to do it. Lastly, Michelada Rumble will be on May 4th. You can get your tickets by simply visiting the My Grito Instagram bio and click on the link. Several of My Grito family will be in attendance. So, yeah.
May 4th, get your tickets for Michelada Rumble, hosted by comedian George Perez.
Hey.
There we go. Put on by Super Steve Flores from the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast, part of the My Grito Podcast Network. Do we got anything else?
Yeah,
go for it. All right, without further ado, let's get into today's guest. He is a very funny friend of mine. He's a stand-up comedian. Everybody, give it up for Andy Calderon. What is up?
What's up?
Thanks, man, for being here. Appreciate it, dude.
Thank you for having me. My voice is cracking. Amber, I think you're going to be sick.
Oh, my God.
I'm good. I'm kidding.
You're good? I should have taken the reins on the My Grito Weekly. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're good?
It was between the snot and my throat.
I'm glad you can get anything here from the podcast. Gross outs, laughs, everything. But Andy, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me. This place is nice, man. I love your setup. It looks cool.
Yeah?
I'm jealous. I wish I could have it.
It's cool, man. It's taken a very long time to get here. Couple of years, blood, sweat, and tears, sacrificing a nice living space. I was just hanging out here, right? Watching my laptop, because that's what I have to do. I can't, there's no couch. I really miss a couch, to be honest, dude.
They're overrated. You're good.
Yeah?
This is a good sacrifice.
Are they really?
Yeah. Well, you can just sit there and chill and fall asleep on it. I'd rather be chilling in there. This is badass.
No, dude, but I think that's what I like. You know, there's certain naps that you like, and I think falling asleep on a couch is probably one of the best feelings ever.
I got 2 French bulldogs, and when I sit on my couch, they just go ham on me. Like, I can't relax on the couch. Like, I'm bald, right? So anytime I sit on the couch, they just start licking my head. Like, I don't know. Apparently my head tastes good, you know?
Probably, dude.
One of the times, my dog bit my ear, and I had to go to the hospital.
Jesus.
Wow.
My little one just likes to lick my head or whatever, and she nipped my ear, and it got infected, and I had to go to the hospital because it swelled up like a MMA fighter.
You got cauliflower ear?
Yeah, it's a crazy story. I had to go to the hospital and all that stuff, but
Jesus Christ.
I had to get shot in my ass.
Oh my God.
You want to hear the story about that?
Yeah, dude.
So, yeah, she bit me. She was licking my ears. I had my ears stretched out, and she bit the inner...
Let me see.
Like,
oh, okay.
I used to have like...
Oh, there's a hole in there.
Yeah, where the plugs used to be. Right?
Oh, okay.
She used to lick my head, and she nipped my ear.
Wait, let me see it again. Okay, I see. Yeah, but you have 2. There's 2 piercings. Okay.
I have my ears stretched out on both. Like, I have 2. I used to have 2.
One on the bottom, one on top.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So she used to lick my head all the time, right? And then one time she bit my ear, and then I didn't pay no attention to it, and it got infected. So it swelled up. I went to the hospital, and they're like, unfortunately, we're going to have to give you a shot in your rear end. I was like, why? They're like, that's the part of your body, I guess, that has the most muscle. I was like, have you seen my ass? No. And then they send in the nurse. She's the hottest nurse in the whole building. I'm like,
of course.
Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. She tells me to drop my pants and to put my hands on the table. And she's prepping the vaccine, right? And so I'm sitting there and she's like, all right, sir, you need to put it down more. I was like, why? She's like, because I need to be able to disinfect the whole area. I was like, all right, whatever. So I put my pants down and I'm standing there waiting and just standing there with my Hank Hill frog ass, I was so embarrassed. And then she comes to give me the shot and I started flinching. She's like, why are you sweating? Like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm sorry. She gives me the shot. It burned so bad, man. Like, they make you sit down in the room next door, like, for the burn to go away or whatever. I don't know, but it was embarrassing.
Oh, my God.
I used to tell my daughters every time they go to the doctor's going to give you a shot in the booty. I got a shot in the booty that day. It was horrible.
So from your ear being infected, they have to give you a shot in your butt?
They need to give me, I guess, antibiotics. I have no idea. That's why I was like, why? Why'd I get a shot in my ass? I don't know.
So, like, you don't contract, like, rabies or some kind of diseases that dogs have.
I don't
know.
know.
It's true.
It was embarrassing, man. Like, this is the first time I've told this story outside of my family.
Right.
My kids, they all laugh at me about it, but whatever.
The MindBuzz is powered by MindBuzz Media. MindBuzz Media is an on-site video and audio podcast production company. Have you ever thought about starting your own video and audio podcast? Or do you have an existing podcast that you want to take to the next level? MindBuzz Media brings a professional podcast studio to you. Visit mindbuzz.org for more. Perfect way to tell a story on a live podcast that everybody can listen to.
I guess, whatever.
That's awesome. Oh, well, thanks for the vulnerable story. I really appreciate it.
That's why I don't wear my plugs anymore, because my dogs used to bite at me.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that makes sense, dude. How big did you go on the plugs?
Well, this was high school. It was like the bottom one was like a little over an inch.
Oh, okay.
And the top one was like a chapstick cap.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Chapstick cap?
I was poor. This is like the early 2000s. Like, we didn't have like plugs and all this stuff. I used to use like Capri Sun straws, coffee straws, boba straws. That's how I sized up. I didn't use real tapers.
Oh, okay.
People use tapers. Like, I started with nails. That's when I
Jesus Christ.
First marriage with nails. I just took a nail and shoved it in the piercing hole. Mm-hmm. And then Capri Sun straws. I sized up like that with McDonald's straws, whatever it was. I don't remember, but boba straws were good ones. I literally didn't have earrings for a long time. It was just all straws.
Hell yeah. That's how you know somebody's from the IE, dude.
Hey, one time my cousin was filming something for his school project, and we went to the park to film like a fake rumble or something, and the cops got called. And then they just come and they were searching us, whatever they were doing. Like, we're filming here. This isn't real,
Right.
And the cops sing the straws in my ears. He's like, what's this for? Are you going to snort some coke? I was like, what?
That's amazing,
Good
dude.
times.
Andy Calderon, dude. I'm super ecstatic that you're here, dude.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
This is my first time ever being on a podcast, so if I'm nervous, sorry. You guys popped my cherry.
Oh, cool.
I've been invited to other ones, just scheduling hasn't worked out or whatever.
Really?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Part of the podcasting stuff, the scheduling is the most tedious and freaking head-banging thing. I'm super excited that you're a WWE fan. You know what? There's a...
WWF. The OG.
Okay. OG. Okay. So I'm beginning to see a pattern here of comics and being wrestling fans, right? Like, I think Owen Parker is also a wrestling fan.
He called me a bandwagon because I like Stone Cold. I'm like, he was the shit back then. What do you mean? Like, his generation is like the early, like 2000s and up. I was in the 90s, early 2000s. So.
Yeah. I didn't really get into it until 99. Like, because I didn't have cable growing up. And when SmackDown became part of the UPN network, that's when I started watching it. It was around my birthday too, because pull up the first episode of SmackDown. I want to say it's August 28th, 1999. I
remember that because they named it after The Rock's move, right?
Right. It
was like Monday Night Raw, and then they got that. It was like sometimes they would do like a random one, like on Tuesdays at like 1 a.m, like people you never even heard of.
Oh, it was October. Wait, hold on, no. Oh, this is Yeah, when was the first episode of SmackDown where it says people ask?
Where?
What? Go scroll up right there. April 29th. Okay. April, I thought it was August. I said August 28th, so it's April 29th, 1999. That's when I started watching it.
I grew up watching it. My aunts and my grandma, like my grandpa used to watch it, like the early 90s Hulk Hogan stuff. I remember that as a kid watching that, but I got into early 90s, like you said, the Attitude Era. That's what they called it.
Yeah, the Attitude Era.
Like Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, all those guys. It was the best.
Mankind,
Yeah.
Kane, The Undertaker.
I met Mankind at a metal fest one time.
Really?
I don't know. He was randomly at it was a metal fest in San Bernardino, like maybe like 10 years ago. Randomly they're doing autograph signings.
Oh shit!
You got to pay for him to sign something. I just wanted to shake his hand.
Was he in character?
No, he wears like like, I guess he's in character. He just wears sweatpants and a t-shirt. Whatever.
That's Mick Foley, dude.
Yeah, that's how he wears. You know.
I feel like he was just playing himself.
Yeah, he looked old though for sure.
Really?
But I'm surprised he's still alive, man. See all these wrestlers die like young, and I think he got it the worst out of everyone. You know, like bodily injuries and stuff like that. He was crazy.
Yeah. I feel like he was the only one that actually jumped off of Hell in a Cell. I think Shane McMahon has done it. Who else taken big bumps over the Hell in the Cell?
I don't recall.
Right, dude? There's not that many.
That wasn't even scripted. He just went up there. They weren't even supposed to go up there. Like
That's right.
I just watched an interview with both of them. They were talking about it. He just went up there and they're like, things were held on by zip ties and they could hear it cracking. And they were worried they were going to fall through.
Oh my God.
That's why he kind of like just threw me off. Like, and then he went back up there. That like he wouldn't quit. Like even after he like all that craziness, he came back later like in another match to try to join the match. Just crazy.
Yeah, that's right. And then even the first one wasn't scripted. The second bump too that he took off Hell in the Cell with the Undertaker choke slamming him through the Hell in the Cell, that wasn't scripted either. It wasn't supposed to break or something like that, right?
Yeah, he said that they heard him cracking and breaking, and then he did the choke slam, and then he was like, "Oh no!"
You can see the footage of Undertaker. You can see the actual. Pull it up, Amber, of the footage of Undertaker. Like he completely shocked because I think in the same interview he was saying like, "Oh, I thought he like died."
Yeah, he was when he threw him off onto the table. He was like, "Get up, get up, get up." He started moving. He was like, "Oh God, thank God!" And then he came back up.
Mankind, Hell in the Cell, at King of the Ring, dude. I remember I had a neighbor back in the day that was, that one. I had a neighbor.
See, that's the interview I was talking about. Where
Is this one?
They're doing a commentary on that.
No way he can get up before I get there.
What's up? See, that's how he looked when I met him, just like that, like sweatpants and a t-shirt.
How you doing, man?
So my neighbor had the King of the Ring on VHS, and we would watch it over and over and over again because we didn't. There's nothing. There's nothing else that we did.
I didn't really grow up with money either, but like once in a blue moon, our parents would let us, order pay-per-views, and all the neighborhood kids would come to my house to watch it. So like those were highlights of my life. I remember that. It's cool that my parents allowed us to do that once in a blue moon.
Do you remember the last? Put it like fast forward it. I want to see them fall off. Oh, they're watching they're commenting on the entire match.
Yeah.
And I remember being up on top of there thinking to myself, I don't recall there being any zip ties in that Shawn Michaels Undertaker match.
No, I don't know what they did differently, but see, you can see them, the metal twist ties there. I don't know what.
Here we go, sinking.
Oh
back.
my gosh,
There it is. Look at that.
dude!
And now, what I love about this,
The 25th anniversary of Hell in the Cell.
in the next 10 to 15 seconds, I'm going to attempt to suplex you on top.
He's
of
like, "You're
that
not putting me through that."
structure." Here we go.
Yeah.
And watch how quickly you shut that down.
Are you
There we
crazy?
go.
We just stepped.
That would have been Undertaker going through that for sure.
Yeah.
On it and we almost
You would have died.
You're out of your mind.
Here it goes. Here it is.
Get the
He
hell
throw
out of
him
here.
off. That's not.
Oh.
See, he throws him off, and then later he comes back.
Look at that.
He
I
wasn't
mean,
supposed to
I
come
can
back. He
almost-
comes back,
you
and
can
then he
hear him.
choke slams him
I
through.
mean, it was
Oh man,
Nobody saw that
crazy.
coming.
And I'm looking over, and all I'm waiting on.
That's
is to
awesome.
see if you're right.
but that's how it was just back in the day,
There's
dude.
another part
I
to
said,
this, but
growing
right
up,
now, all
I
I'm
grew up in
looking
San
at-
Marino as well, right?
Yeah.
And all the neighborhood kids were all into wrestling. I wasn't into Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z. I wasn't into none of that. I was into wrestling, right?
Yeah.
We used to do backyard wrestling. My friends, we built a fake little crappy ring in the backyard, and it had like ropes and like poles from tents or whatever we could, posts and stuff. And we used to backyard wrestle all the time. Then one time we were having a ladder match, and we put the ladder against like a palm tree and had like a fake little cheap $10 Walmart belt, and we put it up. And a friend's older brother was just watching or whatever, and then my friend went to climb to get the belt, and he pushed it.
Oh.
And the fool fell and broke his arm, and that's pretty much when that was over for us. Like we couldn't do it anymore. But me and my brother, we had a big room we shared. We put holes all in the walls from just throwing each other through. It was crazy, but
Yeah.
those are really good memories.
Yeah, those are the best times, dude. Do you remember the last time you actually watched, like, had a pay-per-view? Do you remember that?
This was the early 90s.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe Royal Rumble, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. I think the 90s for sure.
I think the last one for me was it was during the Ruthless Aggression era. It was when I think it was when Brock Lesnar. No, it wasn't Brock Lesnar. It was Eddie Guerrero does like a rope pulling match or something with JBL. I don't know. It was a few years ago.
Like I said, I stopped watching the early 2000s. Like now that Peacock has it, like everything, you can find everything on there. I'm like, if poor little kid me knew that one day all these pay-per-views would be for free on an app one day, I'd be so happy. I've been really watching them, like seriously, the last month. Just been rewatching them.
Yeah. I
got my daughter into my little 5-year-old. She's been watching with me, and I was trying to teach her how to do like wrestling moves, like teach her the Stone Cold Stunner, and she doesn't care. She just likes to watch. But I have an older daughter too. She's 15 now. I used to do the same thing to her, Stone Cold Stunner all the time. And she was like 2 years old one time, and we went to go visit my grandma. And my grandma has like a lazy boy. You can just she just chill and watch TV in. And my daughter was sitting on her lap, and out of nowhere, she just Stone Cold Stunner my grandma. And my grandma's like, "What the hell was that?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know, grandma." That was funny.
Grandma through the table. Oh my God.
Not the baby. Hey, but you said we like comedy, like the comics like wrestling. Like, have you ever listened to the old commentators? Like, they were like comedians.
Yeah.
Like, Jerry Lawler, I'm watching him, like, the stuff he says, like, he cannot say today. There was like a Mexican wrestler, and he was like, if I were him, I'd get Taco Bell and run straight for the border. Like, just say stupid little puns like that. I'm like, this guy's doing stand-up. Like, he's doing comedy for sure.
Yeah. And it's like all on the fly, too. It's all on the fly. I think I was thinking about this, because I barely, like, getting back into wrestling now as an adult, watching it. Of course, it's not 100% fake. It's staged for sure. But how much of the commentators did they know that was going on in the match? Did they know that they were going to do all these different moves, right? With that frame of thought, you have to be on your toes as a commentator, regardless, right? Especially
with their tables, it's like Legos. As soon as they throw them on, they just fold. Like, so you got to be ready to just move, you know? But I'm pretty sure they got messed up a few times doing that, you know?
Yeah. It's super crazy.
I rewatched some of the old tapes, and like you can see when anytime they use like, you know, the staircase they go up in.
Yeah.
Anytime they slam their heads on that, completely missed. Like they never hit that. They're like nowhere near it. Like, or they said that when they used the chairs, like that was real. Like
yeah, those are real.
Fake that. Like
yeah,
they're like some of these assholes would hit you hard. Like Owen Hart, he used to get like shit for always like hurting people, and he didn't care. But it's a sad thing to happen to him. But you know.
I found out that, well, I didn't find out, but do you know Dan Soder is a huge wrestling fan? I had no clue.
So is a lot of them like Kill Tony. He likes.
Oh yeah, that for sure.
Anytime Joe Rogan has wrestling guests, he's always there. Like,
yeah.
Like when he had Ric Flair on his show, it was so awkward. Like Ric Flair was drunk and he didn't know what was going on.
On Kill Tony?
Yeah.
Dude, oh my God.
The whole time I could tell he's like, I don't, like you can tell he wasn't there. He was gone. He was on drugs or drunk or something.
He was fucked up, dude.
He's like in his 80s still getting lit. But
That's the goat, dude. That's the goat.
When he finally got up and walked away, I was like, oh, that was so awkward, man. Like, they said, you don't want to meet your heroes, right? But yeah, it was weird.
And they kept on doing jokes after he left. Mark Norman was just fucking on it the whole time, dude.
Kept ripping on him. Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna be somewhere where they make fun of people. He's like, did you not watch the show?
They're like, I'm not gonna make fun of people giving their time. They're giving their time, you know.
Hey, Kill Tony's gonna be out here. Are you gonna go or what?
When is it, dude? Tell me.
In May.
May what?
I don't know. Supposedly you can just go sign up and get in for free. I don't know. So,
do you know what venue they're gonna be at?
I think the Forum.
The Forum?
I gotta check again. I don't know.
Where's the Forum? Can we see? Can you look at Amber?
It's LA.
I'm signing up. Can I go?
Kill Tony LA. I don't know the rules. I was talking to Owen about this. One of his friends was at the
Shout out Owen Parker, dude.
Hey, you want to know how I met Owen? Like a year before I started comedy, I went to a Big J Orkinson show, and I went by myself, so they just sat me up front like a loser, and then they sat me next to another loser who happened to be Owen Parker. And the whole time, like, you know, Big J does crowd work, making fun of people. He's like, I'm not going to make fun of you. You dress like me. I like your style. I had like a hoodie and jeans on. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, this guy right here. And he started going in on him, and I was just like scooting away.
On Owen?
Yeah, he was going hard on him and some other couple right there. But then...
May 10th. There it is.
Yeah, supposedly, he said his friend was on the...
Why do they have that picture?
I don't know. Who is that?
It's a great value, Kill Tony.
May 10th, and then he's going to be in a festival.
Oh, yeah. Netflix is a joke festival, Kill Tony.
But Owen's friend was at the New Year's show, and he said that all you got to do is go there and sign up, and suppose you get them for free. So I try to look up rules or whatever, but I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, this is tickets.
No, but you shouldn't have to pay. Like, it's like you go there to sign up, supposedly you just get in. I don't know. We'll see. If not, I'm driving out there for no reason.
If you sign up, right?
Yeah, if you sign up, supposedly you get them for free.
I don't know. I can't see that happening.
No, I feel like he's going to make money off of
it. Yeah,
it.
because when you watch the show, they say, oh, we have 200-something comics that just signed up. They're waiting at the bar down the street or some shit like that.
Well, the arena show was different, like, because they're in the arena already.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know. This is what his friends
No,
said.
that's true, because when they normally do the show, it's at the Comedy Mothership.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that changes everything because it's a different venue, right? Amber, it looks like you're signing up.
Like, if you watch the New Year's special, there's a girl who goes on first with no material at all. Mm-hmm. And I think she was one of those people like, maybe I can just get in for free. Yeah. And they called her. She's like, oh, crap. Like, what do I do? She literally had no material. Like, so.
You could do 1 minute of material, Amber. I believe in you. I'm trying to get Amber to do stand-up.
I don't want to.
It's easy.
It's easy.
It'll take you like a year to get over stage fright, but it's easy.
No, but it's just, it's not what I want to do.
You were killing it at the not poetry night. Remember the storytelling?
Yeah.
You were being funny without even trying to be funny.
I feel like
she's a natural, dude.
Once I try to be funny, I'm not going to be funny.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, maybe not. Don't try it.
I'm like, hey, my friend is funny, not, hey, entertain a crowd funny.
So am I the friend? Am I the friend that says, oh, my friend's funny, but she's not funny?
Maybe.
I think that's why I want you to try it, because I want to see if you're funny or if it's just me trying to get into your pants.
And then what happens if I'm funny?
You just better not be funnier than him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What if I I'm funnier than you?
You'll kill it. I would produce you. I'd be happy. I would get you on podcasts. I'd be your manager.
See, but I don't want to do that. I just want to bake bread in my kitchen and listen to audiobooks. I don't want to be in the limelight. Why do you think I'm back here and it's just my voice?
Yeah, I guess. All right.
That doesn't bring me joy.
Kill Tony.
It brings me joy to see you.
Kill Tony, May 10th in Inglewood. I'm down, dude. Let's go.
I said I want to get more information because I don't want to drive out there for no reason. It's like far. It takes you like 3 freeways to get there, but Owen says that, so I trust him. You know.
But
Let's get a van.
$105 a ticket.
Let's get a comedy van, dude, and just get a whole bunch of comics from the Inland Empire and just take a road trip out there.
I'm going alone because if I go with you guys, you're going up and I wasted my time. Fuck that. Every man for himself.
I'm just trying to save gas and get it right out there. I think that's what I'm trying to do.
Like I remember I went to the comedy store to do an open mic there, and this random dude just walking by. He's like, "What's going on here?" I was like, "Oh, they're doing open mic." And he's like, "Oh, I'm from Canada, and I'm just here visiting. I'm gonna go watch a show." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And he's like, "Oh, I can sign up." I was like, "Yeah, you can." And then he goes and signs up, and he goes on, and I didn't even get called. I was like, "Fuck that guy." No, but he was funny though.
He was good?
Yeah, he was great.
I think this is what it is. I think this is something else.
The Kill Tony Inglewood?
Because this one makes sense that it's not at the Forum. It's at the YouTube Theater, which is a smaller venue next to the Forum.
Oh, so it's YouTube Theater
It's
then.
at the YouTube Theater.
Oh.
But then it throws me here. I don't know. Keep talking. I'll investigate for you.
Then it's probably at the YouTube Theater then.
Yeah.
Because it's a smaller place.
They keep announcing it on the show, so.
No, the YouTube Theater is May 12th. So they're having 2 shows.
Oh, that's
May 10th
right.
and May 12th.
So the May 12th one is the Netflix comedy show.
Yeah.
So they're expecting more people to come out for Kill Tony show, because if they're doing that at the Forum is like 10 times bigger than the little YouTube Theater. And they're going to do the comedy show at the YouTube Theater.
Well, it looks like we're spending the night in LA for that weekend because I want to sign up, dude. Have you practiced your minute? Don't what?
Don't buy parking in that.
Yeah, I did. It was like $60. I went to go see Ghost there with my daughter. The band Ghost. Anyways, yeah, it was like $60 a park there. I was like, God
we
damn.
paid $85.
$85?
Yeah,
dude?
when I went with my mom and my aunts to the concert, it was right there at the YouTube Theater, and it was $85.
No, I'm taking the train.
Yeah, it all depends on who the artist is because they just up the price. You know, I went to see Adam Sandler at the Honda Center. It was $80. I was like,
jeez. Yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, Adam Sandler is hilarious live. Like, you know, you see his movies, it's like kid friendly. His comedy is not kid friendly. That's why they don't want you filming. He did like 20 minutes talking about his junk. I was like, there was one day he was talking about how he's like, "Oh, I found my wife's toy in the guest bedroom, and my mom was over that weekend."
Oh my god!
Oh god!
Hell yeah, dude!
No, but stuff like that, I was just like, "What?" Like Adam Sandler's comedies like this? 'Cause I've never really seen him stand up before.
Yeah.
You know? If you ever watch his specials, whatever, it's like music or whatever. Like he did some music, but mostly comedy, and he was great. Rob Schneider was there. Judd Apatow. Can't remember who else was there, but it was great though.
Judd Apatow does stand up?
Yeah.
Does he really?
He has specials, yeah.
Really?
He's not that funny, but I don't know. He's funny, but he's not my type, you know?
Uh-huh.
I'm into the raunchy comedians.
Yeah?
George Carlin, David Tell.
I didn't really see George Carlin as being dirty. I felt like he was more like a cerebral wordsmith type of
Yeah, I'm saying he pushed the boundaries, you know? He'd say crazy stuff. Like,
right.
I seen stuff from he was saying from like in the 70s saying like outlandish stuff, and I was like, wow, like, but I forget.
Yeah,
you could talk like that then. Like one of my first shows I ever booked, there was an old couple right in front, and my comedy's dirty, right? And I was like, oh man, I'm like, what if they get like offended? And they were laughing their asses off. They were like 70 or 80. I was like, oh yeah, this is before the wokesters, you know, they were okay with this, you know. So yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Do you remember? Well, what I remember from like his old bits. George Carlin, when he does like the time thing where he's like, "What time is it?" Like that was like part of his bit. He had long ass hair. He looked like a hippie, dude. He was like, "What time is it? What time is it?" People are already asking me what time it is, you know? And he was like, "What is time? Like we don't know. It could be 30 years from now or some shit like that." That was like super fucking like, oh shit, this fool's like on acid writing jokes, dude.
Oh yeah, like Eddie Murphy too. He was one of my favorites growing up. Like when I was a kid, I remember watching Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. Like they were saying like crazy stuff. Like I'm saying, it was the 70s, but you think about it now, like they were saying this, but now it's just like okay, it was acceptable back then, you know. But those guys were great. Raw was my favorite. Delirious was okay, but yeah, George Carlin, like, he was great. Like I used to like when he used to go on those rants and just rant about crazy stuff. Like I'm just sit there and watch, like wow, like he's so smart. Why can't I think of that?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if he was alive today? Like if he had a podcast, like
Richard Pryor?
No, George Carlin. Sorry.
Oh, oh my God.
Like
dude.
if he had his own podcast, I don't know, was podcasting still? Was it around when he was still alive?
No, it didn't get really popular until like there was radio shows. There was radio shows, but not really.
No, I think he'd be like in the top
Podcast.
5 for sure. I would listen to him talk forever. You know.
Carlin?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Like I recently got into Tim Dillon. I love like when he talks about politics, and it's just funny because like he's fat. He's always making fun of fat people. Like I do the same thing, but yeah, I mean, he's great. I love him. I went and saw him in Brea. It was hilarious. My mouth was like cheese grinning like the whole time. Like 'cause it was so funny, man.
What do you think about the woke part of how comedy like pushing boundaries now? Like what's your thoughts on that?
Like I don't know. This is a art
and political correctness in comedy.
Well, I think people were woke for a while, but it's dying out. Like now, like you know, like Joe Rogan's like whatever his club he has, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they let you say whatever you want. Like some places they want you to do clean comedy only. Like I couldn't do it. Like I don't have any clean jokes. Like this is an art form. It's freedom of speech. You can be able to say whatever you want. You know, like obviously there's certain subjects you shouldn't talk about, but other than that, like I don't know the woke bullshit. Like LA. When I went to the LA one, like you could tell like it was like real strict on. Like they don't want any crowd work. They say if you do any crowd work, you'll get kicked out.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, because I usually see all these clips on online right, is comedians doing crowd work.
Yeah.
When I went to the Comedy Store, they said, "You do any crowd work, you'll be cut off and you get kicked out." And so I was just like, okay. I don't know. LA's different. Like we do the IE comedy. That's all I know out here. But shout out to the Buddy System. Shout out to Chatterbox. You ever been to Chatterbox yet?
I haven't, not yet, dude.
That place is so sick. It's just too many people signing up.
I
man.
fucking haven't gone yet. Everybody talks about it. Everybody gives positive reviews, but I still haven't been.
There's like 75 sign-ups, and you better pray that you get. I've always gone up, but usually like last. So, but I like that place. I haven't been in a while. I need to go again. But
is it a lottery system or is it listed?
Yeah, it's 2 lists. One's for the women
Mm-hmm.
and the non-binaries, and then just the regular people.
Really?
No, it's a great place. So I like that place. It's real. Everyone's cool there. I've always got positive vibes there.
So the funny list and the unfunny list, got it.
No, the girls are funny. The girls
Not
are great
funny.
there.
Uh-huh.
I like the girls. They're great there. They kill it. They show up an hour late and they get to go up. It's pretty cool. Skip the line.
I guess that just happens, right? See, my thing with
We gotta deal with you bozos.
the woke
Might as well
comedy.
give us some time.
That's why I want you to do it, because the comedy needs more women.
Exactly.
What? So you guys can talk shit?
No one's talking shit.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm an advocate for women comedians.
You just said the unfunny, and you're advocate. Okay.
I pick and choose my battles,
I
okay?
know.
Well, the girls there kill it. They're all great there.
No, of course. They're great. I gotta make my way out there, dude. Johnny Gold praises it. He talks about it all the time. Seven, all those guys from Amendment.
That's where I met Seven. I met him there randomly. He was doing a bit about like squirting. He's like something about piss and squirt are different. I was like, they taste the same. Anyways, yeah, he was pretty cool. I met him there. I met Owen too. Like I told you, I met Owen at that random show, the Big J show, and a year later, I did the open mic for the first time, and he was there. He's like, I was like, I remember you. You sat next to me. He's like, oh yeah, hey, what's up? And then we just been friends ever since.
That's awesome.
He introduced me to Darby and all that, and the rest is history. So.
Yeah, I gotta. Have you been to the Riverside stuff? The Back to the Grind with?
Yeah, that's why I said shout out to the Buddy System.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right, dude. Who runs that? Is it Sandy? Does Sandy run it or no?
It's some other guys, but he just guest hosts sometimes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's 3 other guys, but they're cool. When I first started doing stand up, like I did the Ontario Improv was the first one. That was like the club one that I did, and then people told me about the Buddy System, and I went over there. They have Worthingtons, Back to the Grind, and then they do on Tuesdays they do where you pull like random like it's like bottom of the barrel, whatever you call it. Like you just pull out random. People write down random premises, and you're supposed to pull it out and just make something up. It's horrible.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
horrible.
No, it's horrible. I did it one time and I had the worst picks ever. Like you're supposed to be able to make something up of it, and I bombed big time.
Really?
Yeah. So I went once. It's like they do it Tuesday nights, but I work in the morning, and I went one time, and I'm like, I embarrassed myself, and I'm not going back.
Ah, come on,
I'll go back
dude.
again, but when I have time, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they always have that scene out in Riverside. They always have stuff where when I have podcasts, like Tuesday nights, podcast, Thursday nights, podcast. So I'm not able to go out there.
Yeah, the Worthingtons was cool, but they were doing some construction, so they went to the back to the grind, and it's like downstairs in a basement. It's like real New York vibes. It's badass. I went one time since they've reopened, but like I said, I work, I have kids, so it's kind of hard.
Chatterbox is Thursday nights.
Yeah, they're all, like I said, you just got to make time, you know.
Podcast. So. Yeah, I can't. I have to. I kind of want to just not do podcasts for like a month and then just hit all the mics that I want to do.
Do it.
Do them early and then go to the shows at night. Like the Riverside ones, they're late. They're like at 9 o'clock at night or 7 or 9 or something like that. So.
Yeah, the early stuff. Well, not too many. And that's the thing. Not too many people can do early shows too.
Well, they're going to try doing this thing where they do the Back to the Grind at early and then the Worthingtons later.
Oh, really?
That's going to be I don't know. I haven't been back, but that was the plan. So, yeah.
I'm trying to get Sandy to come and do the podcast.
Yeah, he's one of my day ones. When I first went out there, like I met him, and he's always been cool with me. Like we've done the shows together. He's funny. Like he's always telling himself, like, "Oh, I bombed. I'm like, "Fool, did you hear yourself? You did great." Like I always think he kills it, but he's always doubting himself. But I do the same thing, you know. I always tell myself, "Oh, you messed that up. You did that." I'm like, whatever, you know.
Yeah, like when you did the. You came out and did the Della comedy thing in Paramount, and that was like one of the first things you told me. You're like, "Oh, I messed up the beginning" or something like that.
Yeah, I always stumble over my words. I always think I mess up. Like I said, we're our own critics, you know. So
that's true.
I don't know. Like it's because some of my bits are longer, and then for open mics, so shorter time, I cut them down. So I stumble over my words sometimes, where I forget what I'm supposed to cut out, and I don't know.
Gotcha.
I'm over my material though. I'm ready to write new stuff. Like now that I've got it down, I'm over it. Like I want to write new stuff, but it's hard, man. Like I can't just sit down and write. They just pop up in my head, and I'll just write it down on my phone, and then like change it later, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, all my jokes have been rewritten. They're not all the same. So I've changed punchlines and take them out, and then put it back, and I'm like, that's how I've stumbled over my words. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. What version of this joke am I doing today?
The first time I ever did open mic was at the Ontario Improv, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how much time we got, how much whatever, you know. So I go up there, just completely went blank, like I froze, like I didn't know what to do with the lights. Everyone's staring at me. I was like, oh fuck. The first minute I was just frozen, and then crowds cheering me on, like you got this, and it just made it worse. And finally, I was just like, all right, skip that. Whatever joke that I started with, I couldn't finish, and then I did the last like minute and a half, and I did fine, you know. And that's when everybody came up to me after, like, you did great, blah, blah, blah. And that's what I like about the comedy community. Like, even though I bombed and did good, like, everyone was cool, you know?
Yeah.
Another time there, I bombed because I drank too much. I was, like, one of the last ones to go up, and I was, like, spaced out on Space Dust. And I missed the punchline. Like, I said the joke, and then the crowd laughed. It got a big pop. Like, I don't know if you ever got a big pop like that where it throws you off. And I just...
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, what was I talking about? I was like... But I was also kind of drunk. But yeah, like that's what's crazy. Is like some places you can tell a joke and it's like crickets, and other places like you get a big pop and you just have to wait. That was my problem, is that I used to talk too fast. I talk fast right now, you know? Talk fast, and I would talk through laughter. And you have to learn timing. Like you say the joke, let the laugh, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
I'm still learning. I've only been doing this a year now. I don't know what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah, finding the sweet spot, because at least for me, I like to drag the laughter way too long to where they're laughing, ha ha ha, and then the pause right there. Sometimes I drag on that pause too long. At least this is what Amber tells me. And
I'm just now learning that.
Yeah.
I'm so used to open mics. They're like so short that you have to speed through your material. Mm-hmm. My problem is I used to try to give out too many jokes in so little time.
Yeah.
But now I've timed it out where like you got to give time for laughter, you know? So if you get a laugh.
The laughter and then the pause and then jump into the next thing, right? It's just timing. Finding your rhythm, dude. The last show I did, oh my God, I found my rhythm at the beginning and sheesh, it was great. I loved it.
Like I did the show with you guys, and the following week I did the Ontario Improv.
You're right.
And the crowd was crazy that night. Like the pops were so big, and like literally I had to wait, and then go like. So I got it down that time, but
isn't that the best, dude? When you leave off your like you'll tell a joke that is fresh, and you're like, "Fuck yeah!" Like that worked. Hell yeah! I want to keep that energy going. That's
my problem. Like the jokes I have now, I feel like they work. So I want to do new stuff, but I'm afraid, like, no, I just want to tell these jokes because they work. You know, I'm here to make you laugh.
That's the game, dude.
My friend was telling me you can't always make them laugh. Like, not everything's going to make them laugh.
Right.
I've thrown away so many jokes, but I want to take them back and rewrite them, you know? Because, like I said, I'm over my material now. I want to write new stuff, but it's hard. Like, I can't just sit down and write. Like,
you remember when C's and Sandy were giving you shit for not going up that night?
I was just taking a break that night. Like, I was doing the Clear My Mics every week, and I got tired of doing the same material in front of the same people, right? So, yeah, but whatever. You know, they're cool, though. That's giving me advice,
right.
you know?
No, it was funny to me because I was doing the same thing, dude. And they were just giving you shit for it.
Well, they've been doing it a long time, and I've done a lot of shows with them, and they're both funny, and I guess they're just trying to motivate me, I guess.
Yeah.
But I talked to C's about it. Like, my goal this year is I want to write like a new half hour.
Nice.
It's a crazy goal, but like in my first year, I did like 15 or 20 minutes. You know, like, that's pretty good. You know, some people say they only did like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And
the first year.
Yeah, the first year I did it, but I don't think everything was great. That's why the 10 minutes that I run with is what I think is the best of like the 15, 20 I have, you know. I have some seasonal jokes, like summertime jokes, but when summer comes around, I'm bringing them back, you know.
Hell yeah.
I have a bit in the summertime because I get real dark. I have a bit. I'm like, I wonder what happened if I walked into a tanning salon. Like, look at y'all confused. Are you lost her?
Yeah, I have some of the jokes that I have are like towards like when I started comedy, it was September, November. You know, it was a holiday, so most of the stuff that I write were around Halloween, Day of the Dead, shit like that. Yeah, I haven't even really thought about that. Why they're not working right now?
Because a lot of jokes, they don't age well, you know? Like,
yeah.
Most of the bits I have are real stories that I just sprinkle some bullshit on top, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like my arthritis one, that's probably my best one. Everyone loves that one. It's a true story. I really do have arthritis. Like, I can't do this. Like, that hurts. Like, this one's fine, but this one is just weird. It doesn't feel right. Like, I can't move it. Like I have to get surgery one day, but right now I'm good.
You don't need surgery?
Well, I will. That's what the doctor told me, but I'm holding it off. Someone I know got it, and he said, just wait.
Wait for what?
Because I guess
for your arm to fall off.
I guess it's not the same after. I don't know. He goes to the gym. I don't. So he's probably like, you're not going to be able to work out.
That's true.
I don't know. Any type of surgeries like that, it'd never be the same, you know?
Yeah.
Like knee surgeries, whatever. Like my knees are pretty messed up too, but right now I'm cool.
Yeah.
I can hold off.
That's what happens.
Have you had surgery before?
No. I've gotten stitches like close to my face. You see the scar right here? I got 32 stitches. 16 on the outside, 16 on the inside.
I have a scar in the back of my head from when I was little. I hit my head somewhere in the car and I get stitches. And then I had neck surgery like about a couple years ago.
Jesus, you are Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hey, can I tell you the story? It was so embarrassing. Like if you ever go to get surgery, right? They take you into a room and they prep you, right? They tell you take off your clothes, put on your gown and your booties. And the nurse I had was a dude, and he's like, "Yeah, take off your boxers too." And I was like, "Why?" I was like, "I'm having neck surgery. Why would I take my boxers off?" And so I was just like, "No, like I'm leaving my boxers on, right?" So I'm just laying in the little thing, and they wheel you into the operating room. I don't know why they do this, but they give you anesthesia, and they start talking to you, and they tell you, "We're going to give you anesthesia, put you out, and then we're going to transfer you to this table." Mm-hmm. It's two little Filipino nurses going to transfer me to the next table.
Jesus Christ!
I was like, "Good luck." And
you're too big. we can't lift this guy. He's too big.
I'm like, can I just get up and get in there, and then you guys put me out, right? Like, wouldn't that make sense? But I don't know. But so I kept my boxers on, right?
Yeah.
And the lady was putting. I guess they don't want you to piss yourself or whatever. I'm like, I'm having neck surgery. Why do I need to take my boxers off? And it's cold in here, you know. So I'm in the. She's giving me the anesthesia. It's like I'm starting to fade out, and she's like, "Wait, why does he still have his boxers on?" And I was falling like into the darkness, And then
That's the last thing you hear.
listen. I was like, I heard her say, why does he still have his boxers on? And I could feel her taking them off of me. And then I heard her go, oh, that's why. And then they started laughing.
Oh,
I was still like, you're still conscious. It takes like, I don't know, like a 30 seconds or a minute before you actually go out. And I just heard them laughing. And like, I'm telling you, there was only two of them. And I remember like a crowd of people laughing, like, ha, ha.
Oh my
It was so
God,
embarrassing,
dude.
So when I woke up, the first thing, it was another nurse that woke me up in the next room. I woke up and the first thing I said was, where are my boxers?
That's what you were worried about the whole time.
Because when you go out of surgery, it's like that. Like it's like you wake up in your it's hours later.
You took a nap, like you took like a cat nap.
Yeah, I woke up. It felt great, but I was pissed off. I was like, where are my boxers?
Oh my God.
I've heard things about nurses they say where they joke about dudes' penis sizes. They're like, we don't make fun of the small ones. We talk about the big ones. I was like, whew. I saw a meme. It's like this dude sitting in the hospital. He's like, when you've been in the hospital for 2 weeks and all the nurses saw your hospital penis, like your small hospital penis. That's how I felt.
You can't have, because I've had surgery. I've had 13 surgeries, so
she knows what I'm talking about.
Seasoned.
Yeah.
But you can't have any clothing on because one, like machinery can get caught. Like if, like let's say they left your boxers on and then they use like a saw or something, and then the where whatever's attached to it gets attached to your boxers, and then it yanks something, or just they need you to be like bare, where nothing is gonna get caught and there's gonna be no error. So yeah,
the dude was a male nurse and he was kind of. I thought he was just.
He was a male nurse.
I thought he was trying to pull a fast one on me.
No.
I was like, no.
No, and then they scrub you. So that soap, the antiseptic soap, that orange one. Have you ever seen that?
Is it iodine?
It's like it's like a iodine-ish soap. They literally like wash your entire body.
Yeah, they used that on me when I got my vasectomy.
Yeah, so
Cold.
they'll like wash you completely, like. Because they need all the germs to get rid from your body. So not only did they see your pee-pee, they probably touched it and moved you around. Yeah, I mean that's the name of the game.
You're me too, dude.
Hey, but seriously, I just remember that day I pissed off. I was like, I can't believe it,
That's
man.
the whole time.
The whole time,
Dude. To hear that. To hear laughter about you and your boxers, like that had to be like so.
But you don't think you were like hallucinating at that point?
No, they laughed because I wasn't out yet. They laughed, but
because I remember the process of going out, and you're just like, whoa, and people would sound like that, like, hey.
Oh, they went whoa, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, the lady would be like, oh, so how was your day? And I was like, the hell are you asking me about my day? And then she'd be like, all right, count to 50.
Well,
and then she'd go.
She said, oh, that's why. That was the last thing I heard. Not how was your day? Why is he wearing boxers? Oh, that's why.
Dang, dude. You're killing it, bro.
She got me, man. Hey, but I'm done going to the hospital. No more surgeries. I'm staying away.
Hell yeah, dude. Unless you want to go and reverse your vasectomy.
No, I'm done having kids.
You know what's reversible, dude? Isn't that right? Wild? It's reversible.
I'm good.
Yeah?
It's like not 100% either, so you can get it done and no.
Yeah, I know somebody that got it done and then got their wife pregnant.
Oh.
They had a third nut.
So I think it's like you have to get it like snipped, and then they have to get it like tied. Or we have to get it tied, and then you have to get it snipped, like for it to be like bulletproof.
My friend, and I say this, my friend, he was obviously having unprotected sex with his girlfriend at the time, and she got pregnant, and he was freaking out because he thought that his girlfriend was cheating on him. And I remember like he was crying and this, and then he's like, I gotta go to Mexico. I gotta see if it's something with me or her. And he went to Mexico. They checked him out and said it was like a faulty operation. Like his vasectomy was like faulty.
Yeah, they give you like a little cup. You're supposed to take it back to test to see if like it was successful or not, and I still haven't done it.
Yeah. Knowing him, I'm pretty sure that he didn't send that sample in or something.
Yeah,
so this guy was out there freaking shooting little Alfonsos everywhere. And
Hey, what say his name?
no one knows who he is.
Well, I didn't know that story, and now I know it.
He was shooting him out, and then I was just like, "Whoa, dude, that can happen. That's fucking crazy."
Yep, done having kids. I got a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old, 2 girls, and my chances are I'll probably have another girl, and I'm good. I always wanted a boy, but whatever. It is.
Boys are whack.
Get one from the pound, dude. You have dogs, so that's fine.
Yeah,
Are you dogs?
They're girls. I'm in a house full of girls. Like, there's so much estrogen.
Even the dogs, too?
Yes.
Oh, my God, dude.
There's so much estrogen in the house, I'm ready to start sitting down when I pee. You know?
This is rubbing off on me. I can't.
Do you put the seat
help
down for them?
No. Negative. I sit down when I pee. I just told you.
Oh, so you don't have to put it up. Got it.
Imagine how much time men will save if we sat down and peed. Think about that, dude.
And how clean the restroom would be.
Well, there'd be a lot of ass hairs on the toilet seat.
That's true. You ever think about that? I think somebody has a bit about pubes on like at urinals. I forget who it is.
Nick Swartzen.
Does he?
He talks about, you ever go into the urinal, you just see the longest hairs. He's like, is there like a pube fairy in here?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever pulled a pube off? He's like, ah. I seen him live. He's probably the best comedian I've ever seen live. I saw him at Brea. He's so fucking funny. Like,
have you seen that video of him, I think, performing? Can you pull it up? Remember, Amber? We were watching it.
yeah, he was drunk and high.
No, I didn't watch it.
And he got booed off stage or some shit like that. Jay sent it to me.
Yeah, he relapsed. He's been sober. When I saw him, he was sober. He was funny. And then that was a couple years ago. And then he relapsed. And he went on and made a statement that he messed up. He got too high and too drunk. But
is it that one right there? Yeah, put it on the screen.
That's a valid point. Here we go. You can rally. All right, here we go. I'll rally this. Watch this shit. Okay. Here we go.
And he just keeps on saying it, huh? Here we go.
I swear to God, it'll be fucking amazing. I love you, fucking Rick. Let's go. Here we go. Jason Statham as the beekeeper. Here we go. He's like, all right. Hold on.
I think he said he had an edible before.
Was it what did he say? Jason Statham as a beekeeper?
All right. Here we go. Okay.
Here we go.
Jason Statham.
That's that new movie.
Here we go. As a Christmas Carol, he is the caroler. Jason Statham as the caroler. Here we go. Jason Statham as the caroler. Yes. Here we go. And here we go. Good.
Dang, people started talking already, huh?
His brain's on repeat right now. He doesn't know what's going on. That's what my first open mic looked like. I just kept repeating myself. I didn't know what I was saying, and then I just...
Oh, this is where he's losing him. He's losing him.
Supposedly, like, he relapsed when Norm Macdonald died. I guess they're really close.
Really?
And that's when he relapsed. He talks about him.
What if I finish this? What if you were fucked? Yes or no?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Come on, you guys.
There's nothing worse than being on stage and somebody shouting from the crowd, "You're not funny."
No, but I'm telling you, I see him sober.
Has that happened to you?
No.
No?
I've never had any negative.
Me neither.
Never to my face. People probably talk crap behind my back, but never to my face. I'm pretty sure people are like, this guy's been doing the same as zero for a year now. He needs to get rid of it, you know?
That happened to me 3 weeks ago when we first did the open mic at the shop. Not the live podcast, but the weekly podcast. The weekly open mic we do on Wednesdays. So that happened to me. I was on stage and nothing was hitting, and somebody, like this fucker from the crowd, he was just like, I was like, oh, okay, you guys didn't listen to that one, right? And he was like, I was like, what's going on with the other comics? And the guy goes, because they were funny. And I was just like, all right, motherfucker.
Well, I've done shows where it's like 2 people in the crowd and the rest is like the show that you guys came to in Orange County.
Yeah.
There was like one couple, like,
Doll Hut.
and the rest was all, comics. The comics don't pay attention, so you perform to them, but I've done shows like
I
that.
paid attention. Me and Jay paid attention.
No, what I'm saying is
and
that
Ricky.
I've done shows like that, like bars where no one's paying attention. They're playing pool or watching the game. Like they leave the TVs on.
Oh yeah, I hate when that
Why
happens.
do you leave the TV on? Like dedicate this time for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Chatterbox because it's also like it's just like it's a bar. They have pool tables and jukeboxes, but they shut it down for comedy. Like most places, like you're doing stand up with the people playing pool in the background, not caring and watching sports or whatever. But
you know what it is? I think it's because Steve Hernandez, right? He runs. Is he like part owner or something
I
like
have
that?
no idea.
So he actually managed. I'm assuming he managed that component of it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you manage that and you are a comedian, also you know how it is. So I'm pretty sure like he uses that to shut everything down to give the time. They
shut it down, but they have to cap it at a certain time because the locals want to play pool, whatever. So that's why it used to be like a lot of signups. Now I think they cap it at 30. So once they hit 30, like that's it. Like so you can't run past the time.
And that's at the open mic?
Yeah.
Or their shows?
It's
How long
open-
is their open mic? Like 2 hours?
Yeah, I think it ends like at 11. I don't know. I don't remember. I usually leave around that time because I usually work the next day, so I gotta go to sleep, so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 11 because they cut it down. They changed it. When I first started going there, like it would just go endless, and then I think they capped it at 30 pools and 11 o'clock.
Jeez. Well, that's good, dude, to get 30 pools on that.
So there's like 75 signups, so no, you go there and you might not get called.
75, really?
A few times I've gone there, there's a lot of signups, so luckily I got called. Usually at the end when people are already gone already anyways.
Is there real people there or is it all comics?
There's certain people that come there like every week. It's like a certain little crowd of people that are they're like regulars there, so yeah.
Oh, and they come to see the show.
But either way, there's so many people there, so many signups that it's like a real crowd, People actually pay attention there,
Yeah.
I like the place. I need to hit it up again. I like Steve. He's cool. Frank too. He works. I think he's a bartender. I've met him. He's pretty cool. There's some other people. I can't remember their names. It's been a while since I've been there. I think I haven't been there since like September. So
yeah,
I need to hit it back. So
maybe when I do my hiatus from the podcast, dude, to go hit places that I want to actually go to.
I really come back to my place. It's cool.
Yeah, I want to check out the buddy system. The Back to the Grind. That's the one like downstairs, right?
Yeah, it starts at 7. It's an early one because it's a coffee shop, so they don't stay open late.
Yeah.
So the plan is, they said they want to do that and then go to the bar after because that stays open late, I liked it. People complained that it was hot and stuffy in there. I'm fat and I was fine. I don't like. I'm great. I feel good, but I actually kind of sat next to the stairs that I guess had the little airflow. I guess, but
right.
I was fine.
Have you seen David Tell's new special?
Yeah, I saw him.
Is it out?
Yeah, it just came out today. I watched it today.
Oh, it came out today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna go see him on Friday.
That's right.
I saw him a month ago too, but same material, so it's basically the special. So when I see him this Friday, hopefully it's new stuff. So he pulls out his recorder and starts playing. It's pretty funny. It's random. I like him because he does a lot of self-deprecation. I do it too. People tell you shouldn't do that.
Why? Who says that you shouldn't do that?
I don't know. People just say it. I don't know. It's
really?
Like if you manifest that you say all these bad things about yourself, it's gonna be true. Like, no, it's not.
I don't know.
Like, all of my bits are making fun of myself. Like, if you can't make fun of yourself, then what? Like,
right.
It's like, that's what I like about comedy is like, you can go somewhere and talk about your insecurities and there's someone else there that might have the same issues and like, you make light of it, and then, I don't know. I just like, I like making fun of myself because they say talk about what you know. So
right.
I know myself,
Yeah, if you begin to make light of something, it takes the power away from that, right? Because if you're fat, right? I talk about myself being fat or my haircut, which fucking kills. And
I'm fat and bald, that kills.
Right, exactly, dude. But when you start to talk about that, then there's less things for people to talk about you or to perceive you because they're like, oh, okay, he's talking about it already, so it's not a big deal.
That's why one of my bits where I talk about my weight loss, I talk about, man, I like making fun of fat people too. That shit is fun.
Yeah. It is fun.
Like, I grew up with all my friends were little fat kids. We used to make fun of each other, roast each other. Like, you know, nobody got offended or cried about it. It's just like you grew up, you know, joking about yourself. Who cares, you know?
Yeah.
I like self-deprecation.
That's fun. Roast battles. I gotta go check out one of those.
The second time I ever did stand-up was at a roast battle. They just asked me to come, and I had no idea what it was. And I had written jokes, too many jokes. You can't bring notes or anything like that on stage, and I didn't know them. Like, I didn't remember any of them. The dude I went against was pretty funny. I just forgot. I had good jokes in the first round. The second round, I just completely went blank, and I'm like, I could not remember. And they're like, you can't have your phones out. And I was like, God damn. Like, so he won. Like, I give it up for him. He's good, though. He moved to New York. He was a pretty funny comic. But he's friends with Nick and, I can't remember his name, Nick Johnson. He came to the Claremont. I think you've met him. And there's another dude named Seth. They were all three of them were pretty funny, but I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while, but check out Nick Johnson. He's funny. Check it out. Shout out Nick. I don't know Seth that much, but Nick's cool.
Yeah, I'll check him out. Nick who?
Johnson.
Nick Johnson.
He looks like he's high 24/7.
Hell yeah,
he's
dude.
funny as fuck though. I like him.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I guess I gotta do that, dude. I gotta check that out. Amber wants to see a roast battle soon.
I went to another one last minute.
She wants to produce one. She wants to do a roast battle
do it
out
at your
there.
Spot.
Yeah.
I went to another one last minute. Like, someone backed out, and the night before they asked me, so I got a partner. We went, and yet again I couldn't remember my jokes. So I met up with the dude like an hour before the show, and like we had okay jokes, but those other dudes were you know, they already had jokes written for the other people they're supposed to against, so they beat us. But it was still fun though.
Yeah.
I'd go back again, but there's a lot of people sign up, so you got to give other people chances to sign up. You know.
That's true. Where's this at?
The Ontario Improv.
Well, that's why, because of the place, right? So everybody goes there. Do you do a lot of spots in LA?
I've only done the Comedy Store once. That was it. And then I guess I've done a Fullerton one. That's Orange County though. Never mind.
Was it potluck at the Comedy Store?
The open mic there. They have it like once a month, I think.
Then what's potluck? I thought potluck was the open mic.
The open mic is draw. Potluck is like you email them and they select you and you're guaranteed a spot. So
oh, really?
it's hard. I've you know, you have to enter your email and apply, and I've never been picked for that. So
Danny Nixon told me about that, about potluck. He's like, you should try it. Who else? Johnny Gold told me that too.
Owen just got selected for that, but he was trying to find a ride yesterday. I couldn't have my kids.
Oh, that's fucked up. Really?
I don't know if he was able to go or not, but
oh shit.
that's what sucks. You need a car.
Yeah.
I like Owen. He's funny though. He hosts the Claremont mic, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't gone in a while. Who's been hosting there? Like just random ones?
Random. I think last week was 7.
Have you seen him and Darby's little videos they make? They're so funny.
They're hilarious,
Hey,
dude.
Darby is like our Jeff Wright. He's like beautiful, pretty comic of our scene. I look at him like, that guy's beautiful, no homo. Just kidding.
The last one he posted with Owen, it was fucking gold. Can you pull it up, Amber?
They played like
It's on Feed That Funny on Instagram.
where they were by the baseball park.
By the baseball park, dude. Oh my
Hey.
God. I fucking died.
Owen
it was
killed
awesome.
Owen was meant for that part.
They both were. No, the
It's the one with
baseball
the chain
one.
link.
Yeah. Pull it up. Oh, you're going to have to like scroll and like redo it. Yeah. That one's also funny too.
Wow. And I've been thinking, this is old to you, man. I feel like we're doing this multiple times a week.
What are you talking about?
He looks blind.
I forget how this benefits us.
We gotta put dinner on the table somehow.
I don't know, man. I just feel like it's time. I feel like it's time for me to move on. You know,
Somebody's got to do it.
watching kids play Little League. I don't know, man. Like I feel like I need to
Look at his glasses.
expand my horizons and move on, dude.
You hear yourself? You're the best at this, man. Nobody does it better than you.
You mean that?
Of course I mean it.
Yeah.
You've seen that movie, John Wick, right? You're just like John Wick. If it was completely different. Now, you see number 13?
It was completely
Put him in the sack.
All right.
I was not expecting that ending. I was like, what the fuck was that?
No, exactly. The turn on it was freaking amazing. I was like, where's this going to go? Where are they going to go with this? Oh, my God. Completely awesome, dude.
Hey, Owen was meant for that part.
They did such a good job on
the production's great, too. I don't know what camera they're using, but it looked nice.
Yeah, the camera, the audio, everything. The writing in there was freaking amazing. Me and Jay are trying to do some skits like that. The first skit that we did about that conversation is complete. It was from your conversation.
No
dude.
comment.
Jay's gonna hate me for this, but dude, I told him I was like, what the hell's your problem? Like literally, when he told me that, he was like, hey, he told us the conversation and he was like, yeah, dude, was that weird? I'm like, yeah, dude, it was fucking weird.
I left him on red. I was like,
It was weird. Did I tell you that, Amber?
Yeah.
He's cool though. I like him. He's cool.
I was like, dude, why are you doing that to guys? Don't do that to people.
He's cool though. I like him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it was super awkward. And he was like, hey, we should do videos, right? And we're like, well, we don't have anything. We got to write like stuff down, dude. And then I told him, I was like, well, it was that day he told me about the conversation. I was like, let's just do it on the conversation and see where that takes us. At least it's something, right?
And you started laughing during it. I was like, yeah.
I started did I send you the video on why I was laughing so hard?
Yeah.
I sent it, right?
Yeah.
Where he was just like, okay, action, you fat piece of shit. And then I was just like, I started laughing and then I said the lines and stuff. So it was good, man. Yeah. You good on time?
I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Ready to wrap this up or what?
I don't know. Amber's giving me the signals over here. You good?
Hey, this is my first time ever doing a podcast, so I was nervous, talking too fast.
Dude, you did awesome. No, we got to have you back again.
Yeah, I'm comfortable now.
You're good now?
I'm comfortable now.
I think that's why we do like 3-hour podcasts sometimes too, because like the first hour is kind of
I got used to the sound, like hearing my voice is kind of weird, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, come back again, dude. You down?
Yeah.
Let's
I'm down to do sketches with you.
Yeah?
Yep.
You're down?
Yep.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's talk about it. Andy Calderon, tell us where we can find you and what you got coming up, brother.
Add me on Instagram, AndyC_comedy. I have nothing coming up, so you got any shows to book me. I just got to hit some open mics, make some more connections. See you guys soon.
Hell yeah, that's what we got. What do we have, Amber? Tomorrow, if you're listening to this today, on Tuesday, tomorrow, we have our Puro Laughs open mic. I will be hosting in the city of Paramount. Hit up the link at Gilbilly Delic on Instagram. And Friday, we have Delic Comedy in the city of Paramount at the same spot at Horchateria, completely free. We have comics. We have a live band. It's super awesome. Andy has done the show. He loves it. He thinks it's great. He thinks it's probably one of the best shows that we have in Southeast LA, in the city of Paramount. Delic Comedy. Come check it out. It's totally free. Amber, do you have anything?
Sorry, I took the microphone off of me.
Oh.
No, I'm good. Peace.
She's such a wordsmith. This is why I fell in love with her, ladies and gentlemen. She knows her way around the microphone and with words. I'm just trying to fill it in some time for the song to end. May 4th, we have a lot of things coming up. Well, let me talk about my dates. May 4th, we will be out there at Michelada Rumble hosting a live podcast for the MindBuzz, for MindBuzz Media, for My Grito Podcast Network. May 4th, Michelada Rumble. We will also be guest judges for the Micheladas. What else do I got? April 27th? Is it April 27th? Hold on, let me see. I got a show in Santa Anita too. Oh yeah, April 27th, I will be doing Laughs and Lowriders, Santa Anita racetrack. It's going to be awesome. Come check it out. Peace. The MindBuzz.
Yeah, like I said,
Thanks for listening to the MindBuzz podcast. Subscribe to the MindBuzz YouTube channel and watch full podcast episodes. Keep up with the hosts, guests, and upcoming events by following the MindBuzz on Instagram at the MindBuzz. See you on the next one.